In this video, we're going to discuss some pros and cons to buying a pre-owned home or a new construction home. If you're thinking of relocating here in Summerville and you want to understand what the community and areas offer to you and your family, I highly recommend staying till the end. I'm going to dive into the differences between how some builders are building in 2021 versus how they were building in years past. You might be shocked to hear some things that you may not have known. I read a blog the other day talking about how there are only 107 pre-owned homes in the Summerville MLS. That's an all-time new low. So how do you buy a pre-owned home in this competitive market? I'm getting after all these questions next. Hey everyone, my name's Ryan McHugh and welcome to this channel, a channel dedicated to everything about living in or moving to Summerville, South Carolina. If you want to know more about eating, working, living, shopping, and socializing in Charleston, I highly recommend subscribing to my channel and clicking that notification bell so that every time I upload a new video, you get notified. I love helping people get to know Charleston and Summerville and everything it has to offer. If you have questions about moving or relocating here, give me a call, text, or email. Just reach out. I'm getting calls and texts and emails every day from people who are looking to buy a home here in Summerville, and I absolutely love it. If 2020 taught us anything, it's you can definitely move out of your state if you're not happy with it. As I mentioned in the beginning, I really want to dive into the differences associated with building a new construction home or buying a move-in ready or spec home, and finally, purchasing a pre-owned home. I really want to break down the pros and the cons of each aspect. I'm not going to read you a bunch of numbers. I'm going to break all this down on why you want to live here and maybe why you wouldn't. I'm going to give you some secret pocket areas that you should be paying attention to in Summerville. This is where most of the questions clients have with buying a new home. Okay, the allure of new construction is amazing, especially when you factor in modern design floor plans with architectural features that make you feel like you found the one. The biggest pro of new construction is selections. Being able to select the options you want in a home might be important to you. Selecting the hardware, the countertops, the flooring, and more. If this is a must-have, there are only a select few builders that will now allow you to achieve this kind of home build in 2021. One con to new construction is the options that some builders aren't allowing you to have because of how fast they're putting these houses up to meet the demand in the market. Since pre-owned inventory is so low right now, builders are putting these houses up with pre-picked designer options, eliminating the ability to select what you want on the lot you want to build on. I call this spec homes. Spec homes usually work out better in some people's time frames. The benefit of having a spec home is they usually are ready to go. So if you're someone who needs to move quick, a spec home might be the right fit for you. Another pro to new construction is picking your lot. The ability to see where your future home will sit is an awesome experience. On the flip side of that, a lot release and a lot of lot availabilities can be a huge con. I have had some clients looking at a particular lot for the size and the lot doesn't actually get released for 1 month. We also have to be the first person to pay our deposit in order to get that lot. It's very competitive right now, but it's all based on being the first agent and the first one to hear about those homes coming on the market. Another pro to buying a home in one of the many master plan communities around Summerville is that I never leave my neighborhood. If I need something, I drive to our neighborhood grocery store, bank, food, shopping center, and so much more. Some people might hear this and say, I don't want that kind of lifestyle. I get it. I was stuck in my old ways being from the Northeast, but now being conveniently located to just about everything and not having to commute 30 to 40 minutes to pick up milk and eggs is a huge time saver for me. Not to mention, these master plan communities bring a sense of community and friendly neighbors helping one another. The best part is you're not too far away from Charleston events or even the beaches. You can comfortably get out, move around, go shopping in just a short 30-minute drive from Summerville. Buying a pre-owned home can be a real toss of the dice right now, especially with people overpricing their homes because the market is so hot and people are trying to sell their home to get a piece of the market. Unfortunately, these homes do not appraise, which can make homes fall out of contract or become a financial pitfall for the buyer if they choose to pay the difference. A pro to buying a pre-owned home can be that if the home is in a more established neighborhood with great upgrades in the home that you may not find in a new construction home. I recently walked into a home that was built in the 1930s, but it showed and was updated with every modern convenience, and it had a beautiful saltwater in-ground pool as well. The front yard had a 100-year-old old oak tree with Spanish hanging moss. This home screamed Charleston style. So if you're not into what some people call a cookie cutter neighborhood, then a pre-owned home may be the best option for you. When buying a pre-owned home in this market, I will always recommend a home inspection contingency, as well as a repair or due diligence period. This way, if something crazy is wrong with the house, you as the buyer are still protected. Another con to buying new construction or even a pre-owned home here in 2021 is you. Yes, I said it, you. The person who comes here and says, I don't need an agent to help me find a home here. You are the con in that you are only hurting yourself, and by not calling or texting me, you are simply going to waste a lot of time looking at homes that may not be available. I can honestly tell you that my clients who work with me in finding the right home have a happier time looking than feeling confident about their purchase offer. Zillow, Redfin, and Realtor.com have given a lot of people a false reality that you can come buy a home online like you can order a pizza. It's not the same, and you need someone who can help navigate you through any tricky builder contracts or even contracts to purchase a pre-owned home. All of my experiences dealing with anyone who doesn't use an agent is always pretty awful. A pro to using someone like myself is that I am free to you. The sellers and or builders pay my commission so that I can assist you to the best of my abilities. Believe it or not, most builders won't even talk to you unless you have a professional agent on the other side representing you. Most builders that I work with find that the transactions fall through more when the customer is without representation. Here's a huge con to buying new construction: having to live in a construction site. After you move in, you're expecting everything to just be perfect, but with the new construction, it can take a few months to a year to build out a neighborhood. At that time, the neighborhood is complete and there's no more construction. Some people have an issue in living in a construction zone for a few months to a year. However, others don't mind it and can be quite satisfying watching your equity rise around you. Another con to pre-owned homes are going to be the lack of information. All sellers are required by law to fill out a residential property disclosure, disclosing anything that happens with the home that the new owners need to know, like, leaks coming through the ceiling or past roof issues. It's good practice to assume everyone fills these out truthfully. But I live in the real world where I understand not everyone is as honest as myself. Having a home inspector come in and really go through the home with a fine-tooth comb is important. There is no pass or fail to this inspection, but it helps dig up other things that the property disclosure won't tell you. Another pro to new construction is lender incentives. The lenders with new construction have a vested interest in providing you with the best deal and the best rates to beat the pre-owned homes, making the new construction market here in Summerville the most competitive it's ever been. Win-win for you, the buyer. So what's the best decision for you in 2021? Well, when my wife and I considered Summerville, we made our decision based on the information we were given at the time. We purchased a pre-owned home that had a ton of upgrades. In hindsight, I wish we would have built. We missed out on a lot of incentives that we could have gotten had we have built our new home. Not to mention, we would have been able to pick the colors and the countertops. That was all selected for us. Is that a pro or a con for you? It wasn't an issue for us at that time. I hope this video is giving you some great insight into moving to Summerville, South Carolina in 2021. I hope this video has answered a lot of your questions. Be sure to smash that like button and click that notification bell so that every time I upload a new video, you get notified. Give me a call, text, days, nights, weekends, or even holidays. It doesn't matter. Just reach out. The only way I can help you find a home here in Charleston or Summerville is if you reach out. Give me a call, 843-226-5535. Once again, I am Ryan McHugh, your neighborhood expert. Want to go see available properties now? Go to www.buyfromry.com and I'll be sure to see you next time.